So this week, community organizations from Nelson Mandela Bay Metro staged the first of a series of planned protests against the delay of the Karpowership project. The group, who claim to enjoy the support of 5,000 local businesses, says the delays have hampered the delivery of reliable electricity to residents. They've called on government not to be bullied by environmental groups who are opposed to the idea of a floating power station anchored off the coast of Coega. Unanthi Sonti is the chairperson of the Eastern Cape Maritime Business Chamber. He joins us now live from Coega this morning. Unanthi, thanks very much indeed for your time. You know, there's been a lot of back and forth on the Karpowership deal, hasn't there? Can you give us a sense of, from your vantage point, where we are at as a country?
Thank you, Michelle, and I greet, all the viewers by the grace of the Lord. We are all well today. Michelle, we find ourselves as this country, in a situation that if we look at the past year as to how much the country has lost, which is about 118 billion rands that we have lost due to load shedding. And that then calls, this country for a serious, conversation around the energy crisis that we are finding in, because that then affects us, the small businesses and the local communities that are unable to migrate to other, means of access to energy.
Mm-hmm. So obviously you are part of this group of organizations protesting that the Karpowership deal should go ahead.
Yes.
And how far is the deal as we speak, Unanthi?
Okay, as we are all aware in terms of what is currently happening in the media, because the information is out there, there is a court case. One of the losing bidders, DNG, that has put forward allegations, which we are waiting for the court, to prove them. We can't comment there. And then there has also been a delay from the Department of Environmental, Forestry, Fisheries and Environmental Affairs, DFFE, in terms of the EIA. Remember, they opposed the EIAs that they, initially they had said they are okay with them. And then, so now the process has been the appeal process, of which that is where the project is right now. And we know that the financial close as well, had to be pushed back, which from July to September, and now it has been pushed back to January 2022. And that causes, a serious concern from all of us.
I mean, there are lots of outstanding issues on the Karpowership deal, aren't there, which can't be, you can't sort of look aside. The one issue is the environmental impact assessment. There were questions around whether that had been done properly. The other issue is around the contract itself, this 20-year contract, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, where a certain amount of electricity is produced, and whether the country uses it or not, we will be paying for it. So a lot of outstanding issues, surely, Unanthi, that need to be ironed out before this deal goes ahead.
Look, Michelle, that is a great question. One, the first concern here is the media itself. The RMI PPP is not only about Karpowership. Mm-hmm. And because whatever that you are raising based on Karpowership, but whereas there are also other 11, in total there's about 11 of them, which is 3 are Karpowership, and so in total there's about 8 others. But we need to be asking the same questions, with regards to that. As I stated in my opening, that currently already the country has lost about 118 billion, and we are talking about 200 billion over 20 years, whereas in only 1 year, we have lost 118 billion. Yeah. And that then means us, as the taxpayers, we have been coughing, or covering all of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's fair to say that the reporting around the Karpowership deal has been irresponsible. We, like the rest of South Africans, we're trying to understand whether this is something that can work for us. Of course, we all know the importance of having a reliable source of electricity for the sake of our economy. Our employment numbers are the worst in the world. We're the most unequal country in the world as well. But surely we need to address all of these important issues, not least of which the tender process that was involved in appointing, if it does indeed go ahead, Karpowership in the first place.
Yes, but we must remember, here, and we must also, deal with the fact that we hear a lot about the MRE and the Karpowership. The procurement of this was done through the IPP office. The IPP office has administered, ever since it was established, has administered billions, of projects, and with great integrity because of, there's professionals in that department. So do you think they would want to dent their image with this? And we don't know now why is this now being put as if it's a DMRE and the Karpowership issue, whereas the office here that has got credibility, it's a proven record that they've got credibility in dealing with such things, and they use experts. So the questions and what the allegations that we see are neither then or, it's things that we can really see that it's an agenda to divert, this project from what it's meant to be.
So the Karpowership SA deal still needs further approvals before it can connect to the grid. But Unanthi, as spokesperson for the Eastern Cape Maritime Business Chamber, you are putting your might firmly behind this deal going ahead.
Yes, not only as the Eastern Cape Maritime Business Chamber, as the Integrated Coastal Alliance, that starts from Saldanha to Richards Bay, in Nelson Mandela Bay for Coega, we've got, as we organize the small businesses, we've got what is called the Local Business Committee that has been endorsed by the Nelson Mandela Bay, municipality that also supports, this program, together with the other, organizations that are forming part of this greater alliance. So we support and endorse this project because I can tell you, out of all the 11, of which 3 Karpowership got 3 sites, they are the ones that came to us in the community and outlined. We have gone through their EIAs, and we know that they've utilized professionals, and we, all these challenges that have been voiced out, we can see that they've been covered in the EIA. And we call upon the Minister, Baba Chris, to engage with the company, in good faith, to engage with them so that we can get this process, forward. And also, you read yesterday that Eskom is also saying gas, which is this project is going to be utilizing LNG. Gas is the future, and gas is one of those ways that we can also lower, our emissions usage or carbon emissions usage as a country.
Unanthi, let me thank you for your time this morning. Unanthi Sonti is with the Eastern Cape Maritime Business Chamber. In fact, he is the chairperson. Thanks very much for joining us this morning.